I hate you, Butler. I hate you, Butler. Do you know what series that catchphrase is from? All is now going to be revealed, guys. Well, guys, have you figured out yet what that catchphrase, I hate you, Butler, have you figured out what series that was from? Well, I'm going to tell you now. That catchphrase was from this is my all-time favourite 70s sitcom, and that series is On the Buses, starring the late great Reg Varney. And the character who uttered the immortal phrase "I hate you, Butler" was Inspector Blake, Stan's Reg Varney character Stan. That was his boss in the bus depot, and he was always getting on to him and that, you know, come on, get this boss out and that, I hate you, Butler, and all that, you know. Oh, absolutely hilarious. The inspector was played by Stephen Lewis, yeah. Or when I talk about On the Buses, I mean, I could talk and talk for hours about it. How big a staple it was to me, you know, in the early 70s, growing up like, and that, you know, I never ever missed an episode of On the Buses. It was an absolute fantastic series. You had a great cast. You had Reg Varney as Stan Butler. You had Jack as Mace. You know, you had Stephen Lewis, the inspector. Doris Hare played Stan's mother, and then you had Stan's sister Olive, and her husband, you know, her husband Arthur, and that, you know, always bickering at the table and that, you know, yeah. But anyway, I just want to get into me On the Buses DVD collection, and in between I'll talk about them and that, you know, how much they meant to me and that, you know, oh, absolutely classic. So the first DVD I want to show you is the first series of On the Buses. There you go. There's a picture of Stan on the front. Some great episodes on here, guys. You want to freeze your cameras just to take those in. Yeah, so I'll just read you the back of this just to give you an idea of it. Without a doubt, one of the most long-lasting and endearing of ITV sitcoms, On the Buses. It lasted for a tremendous 7 series from 1969 to 1973. Fantastic series. Now it starred Reg Varney as Jack the Lad Stan Butler, and Bob Grant as Clippy Jack Harper. Their objective is to get through the day with the minimum of work and the maximum ogling of birds. Determined to thwart this cunning master plan at every opportunity is the slow but devious Inspector Blakey to his enemies. Now, not only does Stan Butler have to contend with Blakey, but he also has to put up with living at home and enjoying the company of his mum, Sister Olive, and her husband Arthur, a lazy Skyber if ever there was one. Oh, these guys, honest guys, these used to have me in stitches when I used to watch them and that, you know, in the early 70s as a kid. The scrapes they got up to, you know, and, you know, all sorts of things happened to them and that, you know, and yeah, I've got the movies as well. He made 3 movies of On the Buses, which I'll show you later on, but this is the first series. I've got all the series except series 2. It's been a bit hard to get in that, but hopefully I'll be able to pick it up eventually. Some of those series were made in black and white actually, so but this, as I say, I could sit here all afternoon uttering superlatives about, you know, this series and that, you know, and Reg Varney was an absolute master of his craft, you know. He really was. He played Stan, he was really on the money when he played Stan Butler, you know, the things that happened to him and that, you know. I could just go on and on saying about the episodes and that. There was so many funny episodes and that, you know. Well, 2 of my favourite episodes I thought are The Inspector's Niece and Going Steady, in which Stan dates Blakey's niece, played by the lovely Madeline Mills, and oh god, you know, he takes her home to meet his family and that, you know, and all sitting around the table and that, you know. Oh, fantastic, yeah. Great series On the Buses. So that's the first series anyway. I've got a third series now to show you. There's I Hate You, Butler. Stephen Lewis as Inspector Blake on the front. Or Stan and Jack, they used to skiss at him and that, you know. You sometimes get that like in sitcoms where the protagonist skiss at the boss, you know, the authoritative boss and that, you know, and he certainly took the mickey out of him and that, you know, behind his back and that. Jack used to say when he used to be in the bus stepper, oh yeah, Here comes Dracula. You know, they used to call him Dracula behind his back and that, you know, he's one of those characters, over imperious characters and that, but he was so funny in that, you know, and so annoying at the same time, you know, in regards to taking Stan and Jack's viewpoints and that, you know. Yeah, such an annoying character. Mess a few of those in me time, guys, I can tell you, both male and female, yeah. But anyway, yeah, so that is, yeah, the 3rd series of On the Buses, and some great episodes on here, guys. Yeah, the Inspector's Niece is on here as well, and the other one, Going Steady, where Stan takes the girl home to meet his family and that, you know. But I won't go on too much about what happens, but it's just hilarious and that, you know. So that is the 3rd series of On the Buses. Yeah, 4th series, there's Stan's mum on the front, Doris Hare. Yeah, great actress Doris Hare and that, you know. And if you want to freeze your camera, guys, and just take in those episodes, yeah, fantastic, you know. So many memorable moments and that, you know. Really were in the bus step as well. The things he got up to in there, like when he used to go on strike and that, and Jack used to say, "You can't do that, shop steward," you know, and he'd sort of like hold. He'd hold their antics and that, you know, while he sort of like sorted it out and that, you know. But yeah, and the one where they tried to sell Blakey a broken down motorbike thing, you know, sidecar and that, you know. Oh, absolutely hilarious and that, you know. And where they were fighting over when they were in the bus canteen, they were cutting back on the meals, and Stan and Jack, they only had like a meagre amount of helping, and Blakey comes in and he's sitting down to this big feast of, I think it's steak and kidney pie and chips, and the faces on Stan and Jack and that, you know. Yeah, but I won't go on too much about the episodes. I'll let you get, if you haven't had, you've never seen the series, I'll let you get it and watch them for yourself. But I've got the 5th series here, guys. Great picture of Arthur and Olive there. She always used to irritate Arthur about his operation. Will you stop going on about my operation? You know, it used to get under the skin and that, you know. What's hilarious and that. And there's the episodes, guys, if you want to freeze your cameras. Yeah, so that's On the Buses, the complete 5th series. Next one up, On the Buses, the complete 6th series, and there's a picture of Olive there. Yeah, fantastic. Stan's sister, Olive. Stan used to take the mickey out of her mercilessly and that, you know, and the expressions on the faces and that, you know, used to have me doubled up with laughter. You know, they're fantastic, you know. I think they need a series that's come to this, that, you know, really memorable, is it Only Fools and Horses, you know, starring David Jason and that, you know. Yeah, so yeah, hope to do a review of that soon. Yeah, but anyway, getting back to On the Buses, just show you this, the back there, guys. Yeah, that's a 6th series. Yeah, fantastic series, On the Buses, and this is the last one they did, the complete 7th series. It ended in 1973. Now, the sad thing about this one is Stan, I think it's about halfway through the series, he leaves and that, you know. So the other characters sort of like move up to sort of like in line of priority. So you've got like Bob Grant's Jack's character, and then you've got Blakey, I Hate You Butler, Stephen Lewis, sort of like the focus was on them then, you see. But it wasn't the same, you know, after Reg Barney left and that, you know. It was okay, but Stan's departure left a big gap in the series and that, because he was the main one really, and that, you know, the things he got up to and that, you know, always chasing Clippies and that, and always trying to, you know, sort of like make an impression and that, you know, on different things and that, you know. And yeah, and him and Jack always fighting over the birds and that, you know. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, but as I say, this was the last series. This was yeah, 1973. This is the one where Stan left and that, you know, and that episode is called Goodbye Stan. So there's a couple more episodes after that. Now this has got special features. It's got The Best Pair of Legs in the Business. Now that was a single play from 1968 starring Reg Barney. I saw that movie as well. The movie was very good as well, and that, you know, when he plays like a vaudeville performer and that, you know. And then you've got the first episode of Don't Drink the Water. Now, Don't Drink the Water was the series that Stephen Lewis went into with Pat Coombs after On the Buses ended, where they go on holiday and that, you know, and different things happen to them and that. But I don't think it was as popular, because I don't think it was on very long. I don't think it was as popular as On the Buses. I mean, if it had been, he would have gone on making more and more. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, so there you go, guys. That's the 7th and final series of On the Buses. Great photo of Stan there, Stan Butler. And here we go, guys. We're moving on to the movies now. So I've got the DVD with the 3 On the Buses movies. You've got your On the Buses, you've got your Mutiny on the Buses, and you've got your Holiday on the Buses. 3 fantastic movies. It goes without saying just how brilliant these were, and that, you know, so many funny moments in them, and that, you know, and the characters and that, they're just memorable, you know. They really, I mean, I wish they'd have gone on making more and that, you know, because I kept on, you know, I could have kept on watching them for years and that, you know. But when I first started watching them in 1970, I must have been about 9 years old and that, you know, and I never missed them. I think they used to be on every Friday night. Yeah, on the buses. Yeah, I used to rub my hands and say, "Oh, on the buses on tonight," and that, you know. Really, this is my all-time favourite sitcom, On the Buses. You know, I absolutely love it. You know, and everything you could say all different things about the funny episodes, like Jack's knowing grin and that, you know, and he had Stan, you know, trouble at home and that with his family always arguing and that, you know, and then the trouble he had with Inspector Blake in the depot. Hey, Butler, come on, you're late, get this bus out and all that. He was always getting onto and that, you know, on his back and that, and the things he used to get up to, used to play tricks on Blakey and all that, you know. And yeah, and Blakey used to, whenever Stan done anything like really out of line, he'd say, "Oh," and he threatened him with the sack. "Oh, this has made my day, this has." And he'd go, "Oh, Butler, this has made my day. Oh, have you, Butler? I've been waiting to do this for years." Yeah. Very poor impression there of Inspector Blake. Yeah, but anyway, yeah. So yeah, On the Buses, guys. If you've never seen it, you know, and you haven't got any of these DVDs, I highly recommend that you get them. You know, I think they're still available, like, you know, here and there and that, you know, but absolutely love On the Buses. So just to recap, first season, third season, fourth season, fifth season, sixth season, seventh season, and the 3 movies, guys. I actually enjoyed the movie On the Bus. My mum took me to see it around about 1971, I think, on the local, the ABC in my town. And I enjoyed it so much, I wanted to stay and watch it all over again. So you could, I don't know if you can still do that in the pictures, you can stay behind and watch the movie again, because they show it twice. Well, I used to show it twice in them days and that, you know. But yeah, I sat through it all over again. I enjoyed it that much and that, you know. And the things he got up to and that, you know, the part where episode 6 in my mind, where he tried to impress these 2 girls and they pretend they're airline pilots and that, you know, they get dressed up in the fancy uniforms and that, you know, to try to impress the girls and that, you know, but of course it all falls flat in the end and that, you know. You could guarantee when Stan and Jack, you know, fancied a woman and that, you know, they'd either fight over her or they'd do something wrong and that, you know, and, you know, they sort of like blow their chances of copping off with her, as they say in that, you know. But yeah, so many fantastic episodes On the Buses. It's an absolute TV classic, it really is. It's right up there with Man About the House, George and Mildred, Only Fools and Horses. Yeah, and as I say, Reg Varney, he was one of the best, if not the best, comedy character in the 70s sitcom and that, you know. And you really felt sorry for him at times, like the things that used to happen to him and that, you know. You'd say, "Oh, poor Stan, you know, he's getting it again," and that, you know, off Blakey and that, you know. And of course Jack, like, although he was his mate, he could be a little bit, at times he could be a little bit sort of like a little bit, well, not really slimy, but he could sort of like step out of line and that, if you know what I mean. Especially when you're fighting over the beard and that, yeah, as they call them, clippies, yeah. But anyway, guys, yeah, as I say, if you've never seen On the Buses, I highly recommend it and that, you know. I think you'd like it and that. It's my all-time favourite sitcom, and I never dreamed that one day I'd have virtually the whole series in my collection. I've watched these episodes so many times and that, you know, and just everything about them I love and that, you know. The London setting, the characters and that, you know, the little subplots and that, you know, and all the sorts of like run-ins they had with Blakey. You know, they used to call, I say Jack used to call him Dracula. Oh, here's Dracula coming and that, you know. Oh, they took the mickey out of him mercilessly, yeah. But anyway, okay, guys, that completes me On the Buses video. I hope you enjoyed it. And as I say, yeah, fantastic series On the Buses. Yeah, please feel free to share, subscribe. I mean, do you like On the Buses? What are your favourite episodes? Your you know, memorable moments? Leave a comment down there, guys. If you get me talking about On the Buses, I could go on and on and on that, you know, just how much I like them and that, yeah. But anyway, okay, guys, all going well. I shall see you all in the next video. Okay, cheers, guys.